deception. This is the word that is stuck with these two duplicitous duos, but they are obviously getting caught. Now let me explain everything to you in this video. Before I do that, hit the like, subscribe, and also leave a comment, because as you know, I love to read your comments. They are so awesome. Now what we know so far is that she is faking all the time. She's faking even the visit with the king. According to so many sources, they're fake. This visit, everything, the kids, everything that she is trying to sell to us, they're all fake. Now royal commentator offer a critical analysis of business decisions. Let's talk about this, made by Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Since stepping back from their royal duties, royal commentators suggest that the couple has consistently missed lucrative opportunities due to poor management and a lack of expert advice. Okay, there is nothing called expert advice in the world of Meghan Markle. Why? Well, it is because she is the expert. That's what she believes in her head, of course. Therefore, what we see today, all the failures, is a direct result of that expert mindset she has. I'm good at everything, and I can just, because I could convince a prince to marry me, I can convince anybody of anything. But she did not know how real life works. Now royal commentators argue that the couple's early decisions, such as Vanity Fair cover shoot, were handled poorly from a business perspective. Analysts highlight a pattern of relying on self-management rather than seasoned professional advisors. She can manage it all. She is a very hardworking, a talent. Is exuding from her. She is talent from top to bottom. Everything you see about her is talent. And that mindset, again, as I said, came from the fact that she was able to marry this Duke of Doofuses. When you can do that, nobody else can. I mean, quite honestly, she did pull it off thanks to this doofus, Harry, but she was able to convince a prince to marry her. Even though if you compare the status and the position, she is exactly the opposite of a royal family. But nevertheless, this guy was duped, or he wanted to be, who knows. But the point here is that she got a lot by doing absolutely nothing. So now she thinks, well, my business venture, they should work out. I should make millions of dollars because of my, marrying a prince. Look at me. Now, royal commentator claimed that Meghan Markle cultivated a specific public image to appeal to Prince Harry, using her connections and lifestyle choices to project a level of success and independence that the narrator disputes. So royal commentators, obviously, they don't agree with the way she presents herself. She cultivated a specific public image to appeal to Prince Harry. I don't think she ever had any public image until she married into the royal family. That's when the whole thing got cultivated, right? Cultivated. Even though right now, even she doesn't have any public image, except that they are very, very negative. But that's how these royal commentators are presenting. Now, royal commentator analyze high-profile media deals with Oprah Winfrey, Netflix, and Spotify, characterizing them as unmitigated disasters from the very beginning. Since that interview with Oprah Winfrey, including that interview in of itself, they're all failures, big-time disasters. These are not like small, tiny little show, and it all failed. They are big shows. And think about this. She actually sabotaged herself by going to Oprah Winfrey, thinking that if I get that kind of a big platform, my voice will be amplified. Yes, it was amplified, but it backfired in such a way she never expected. She never saw it coming. Had she gone to a smaller setting and somebody who is not like Oprah Winfrey, not that big, today a lot of people would not know a lot of things that know right now about Meghan Markle. Think about this. she called the British family racist. People, a lot of them would have shrugged it off, like, yeah, whatever. But because it was Oprah Winfrey, people are like, what? Wait a second, they're not racist. You are racist. So she actually destroyed herself. Nobody had to do it. The king, the palace, William, Catherine never had to even lift a finger. It asserts that actual financial returns were far lower than public reports, often due to high production cost and a lack of viable content ideas. He never had any idea about contents. Analysts conclude that the couple's attempts to maintain independent financial success have stalled, citing the failure of recent pseudo-royal tours and various failed business investments. When they went for this tour, right, I do not know why, what was in her head, and why she could not secure a investment or business. It was purely for PR. If she was smart, she would have taken full advantage of those tours in order to make some money legally, right? She could have convinced those governments to let her invest, for example, or let her do something, instead of going to these countries, Colombia, Nigeria, for purely PR purposes. She missed a lot of opportunities, in other words. Analysts question their future trajectory and suggest that their current professional standing is increasingly precarious. They do not have a profession. I mean, this is why you see Harry going to the court again and again in order to have some funding coming in. His main business venture these days is really about suing media outlets, suing people, and in the process make some money, make some bucks. But that is failing big time. He's not successful in doing so whatsoever. And I can tell you that it has backfired so much so that it did have an impact on his demand for IPP status. That's what I personally believe. Had he not gone to the court trying to sue this company, that company, media, I think the king would not have freaked out as much as he did after finding out what his son was doing with these court battles. In fact, palace officials, they have shown the king and William videos and scrutinies that Harry was going through in the media because of his actions. And so when they saw these videos and reports, they became ever more careful. This is why, even though there is a visit, according to so many sources, or maybe no visit, but we see absolutely no public image or picture from Harry or Meghan, because the palace can never trust them. And for the most part, it was because of his desperation to sue these media companies in the UK. I'll give you guys more updates. Subscribe for more videos.